Fun. Thank you, Sandy Beach, for coming in and saying hello. Yeah, I know, 1:45 a.m. I'm trying something different. I'm trying something new. I've been doing a lot of things on Facebook, and one of the things that I have been noticing is that a lot of the people that I've been following and have been following me are actually in the UK and New Zealand. And so I am trying to accommodate people who might be interested in watching that, but I do have to say that I'm somewhat, I can't, there's no way around it. I can't unsay that I am absolutely anxious about this particular live stream because for several reasons. Number one, I've never done a live stream this late at night, and it's new and different. And so, hey, Elena. Oh my gosh, Elena's up. Yay. One of the crew is here. Yay. I'm so happy to see you, Elena. You have no idea how happy I am to see you. But yeah, so I'm doing this because a lot of the people that have been starting to follow me on Facebook, they're from the UK and New Zealand and Australia. So I wanted to do something that was more in a time frame that they could watch, because my normal lives, every Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I go live. Yeah. Yep. It's late night with Cece. Yay. Hi, Erica. Hi, Erica. It's good to see you too. Yep. Late night with Cece. Grab the tea, get the wine, whatever it is that you're looking for, and go for it. Like I said, a lot of the people that have been following me on Facebook are from New Zealand, the UK, Australia, and this is kind of more of a time zone that they can participate in the live stream and things like that. So I'm trying to see if I can catch a few more people by doing a different time, but I do have to say that I'm incredibly anxious about this one. And those of you that are in the guild already, Elena, Erica, it is so good to see you, because I'm really genuinely quite nervous about this one. So of course I wasn't ready. I was still cutting card fronts. No, Chatty Crafty's never ready. And not only that, but I said in all of my posts and everything that this was going to start at 1:45, and I set up everything so it was 1:45, and I set it up for 1:40. Oh my goodness gracious. Happy to be here, celebrate our birthdays. Yep, celebrating our, oh, it's your birthday weekend too. Oh, happy birthday. I will just be me. Yes. Hi, Jasmine. I just came by to say hi and thank you for all that you do. You're welcome, Jasmine. I'm so good to see you. It's amazing to see people that you're new to the guild. I don't remember your name at all. So really, yours is the 22nd too? Oh my gosh, no way. Elena, are we birthday buds? No way! Happy birthday, Elena! That's so cool. Oh, that's neat. Yay, happy birthday, birthday bud. Tell you what, we're never going to forget each other's birthday. Right? So that's too cool. Erica says I'm a night owl, so this is in my element. Yay, Erica. Good to see you here. I don't know if any of the people that I posted it all over Facebook that I was doing this in several of the groups that I'm in, obviously also in the Chatty Crafty group, which is linked in the description because I did do that before I did this. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Eric. Erica's wishing us a happy belated birthday, Elena. That's too cool. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're birthday buds. That is so neat. I hope you had a fabulous birthday. Mine was, I did. I had a really good birthday. My husband and I, we didn't do anything. I mean, obviously we don't do anything because I'm a shut-in and all that, but we didn't do anything. We just sat, and anything that I wanted to watch, that's what we watched, or anything that I wanted to do, that's what we did. So we played a couple card games, and then we watched some television and, watched some old movies that I really, really love, like The Princess Bride. Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much. So, we just had a really relaxing stay at home, just relaxing, wonderful day, and it was great. And I hope your birthday was just as wonderful. So that's amazing. I can't believe that we are birthday buds. See, I knew there was a reason we liked each other, Elena. That's too awesome. Yeah, so anyway, there's 6 people watching right now, and what I'm going to do in this one is I'm just going to make card fronts, and what I have here are pieces of A2 sized card front papers, and then these are already cut down 1/4 inch on each side. I cut these out of 12 by 12 sheets. And these double-sided ones, they of course came out of my copper book because I love my copper book. Oh my, if you haven't seen my copper paper pad, oh my goodness gracious, look at my copper paper pad. I love this copper paper pad. I really do. The papers in this are just stunning. Look at that copper. And those of you that have been here before, this copper is my favorite of the metallic colors. And just look at these amazing colored papers that come in this. Look at that one up there on the top. Oh my goodness gracious, double-sided. I found these in the New Smyrna Beach Ollie's. And for those of you that are in other countries, Ollie's is a store that we have here in the United that is a liquidation store. And recently American Crafts went out of business, and Joann's went out of business, and Crazy Art went out of business. 3 liquidations that I know of for sure, and it seems like there's a 4th liquidation, but I'm not remembering what it is. So all of these craft supplies have hit this liquidation store. I got this 12 by 12 paper pad. It is DCWV, which is die cuts with a view, 36 sheets, double-sided, 12 by 12 inch. I got it for $1. $1. They had probably 14 of them when I got there, and they had significantly less when I left. I will just openly say that I bought several of them. I did not buy all of them, but I did buy several of them because, like I said, copy is my absolute favorite. You need that copper pad. Yeah, that copper pad is amazing, Erica. It really is. Please remember to give a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I plan to go to Ollie's tomorrow and be oh, no, I hope you're not disappointed, Erica. I hope that overnight or sometime between the last time you were there, they got a truck that has stuff for all of your chosen crafts, and that you just like epically show up and you get so many wonderful things. Yeah, copper really is beautiful, Elena. I love it. So the copper ones, these double-sided ones, they came from the copper pad. And then I've also gotten some other ones from Ollie's. These came from the Ollie's, and I absolutely love them. I'm not going to show them. I'm not going to wave them around too much because I don't want to make a strobe effect, because I don't want to affect anybody who's going to be affected by strobe. But not only do I have that in pink, but I have that same, oh, I didn't cut one up. I have the same sheet in silver, but I didn't cut one up, which is kind of sad because I'd actually meant to cut one up. Do I have them within easy grasp? Nope, nope, they're not. Oh, darn. I was going to cut one up, but I don't have one because I was going to actually make one of my card fronts. I was just going to cut this diagonally so that you'd have the pink on one side and then the silver on the other side and line it up so that the decorations matched. I thought that would be really pretty, but that's not going to happen tonight because I don't have the silver one in here. And then this is an acetate pad. And anything that gets put behind it is going to be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, the copper is so beautiful, Elena, yes. Kelly, oh, Kelly's here. Oh my gosh, Kelly, oh my goodness gracious, you're awake. Oh my goodness gracious, Kelly, I did not expect to see you. I know Amira is asleep. I'm absolutely positive that Amira is asleep right now. And for those of you that don't know, I've only got 6 people watching, so I'm pretty sure that the people that are watching are just my late night owls that are already members of the guild. But if not, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. And if you are simply a lurker, just somebody who's listening for emotional support background noise, that's totally fine on my channel. You do not have to say anything. You don't even have to like the stream. I do appreciate the likes, but you don't have to if that's not in your wheelhouse. This is a channel that is all about authenticity. And if it is your authentic self to just put me on and listen to me in the background and not even watch what I'm doing, just use me for emotional support background noise, I am there for that. I am totally there for that. And I am all for it. Because this channel, I have significant mental health issues, understand mental health issues, and I am not going to try and stress out anybody by being pushy in any way. So Kelly, it's good to see you here. So let's get started on making some card fronts, because that's really what I'm going to do with all of these papers. I've got my card bases right here, and I've got my card fronts right here. And I'm just going to do a really simple one to begin with, because I think that this yellow on yellow is going to be absolutely beautiful, but I need something else behind it. One of the neat things that I am... Look at all you guys awake right now. Ollie seems to be getting more fabric. Yes, that is true. The fabric is starting to roll out. I got a nice bolt of fleece. Ooh, nice. I basically, it's basically for the cats in the family. They will have blankets for life. That's too cool, Elena. Yeah, the fleece is, the fleece was one of the first types of fabric that I saw hitting in Ollie's, and I saw that probably 2.5 months ago down in these Florida stores. And it was a Southwestern style fleece. I saw that and some ripstop, gray ripstop nylon. That was the first I had of fabric showing up. And since then, a lot of what I'm seeing is now nursery fabric. But what I was saying is cutting these out of 12 by 12 sheets and making them 4 by 5 1/4. So they're already 1/4 inch down on the size for an A2 card. It gave me a lot of these little pieces that are extras that I can use as embellishments and as accoutrements for other things that I'm doing. So one of the things that I want to do with this particular card is I want to get these pink ones right here, and hopefully I can find one. Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh, good. We were playing with this punch the last time in my last live, and I learned how to use it, because a lot of my lives are me doing noob with a mink or noob with a Coming up is Noob with a gel plate. I've never used a gel plate before, but I now own one, so I'm going to do one. Also coming up is Noob with wax seals, because I've seen some really cool things with wax seals, and the wax seals have come in. I ordered them off of Temu, and they have come in, so that's going to be cool. They have the inexpensive glue guns if one is in need, and a few other stationery items I have never seen. Who does Ollie's, Elena? I haven't seen it. That's too cool. That's amazing. Yeah, and if for those of you that are wondering, if you watch this later, or if you're listening now and you're wondering why we talk about what's available at different Ollies, it is a liquidation store, and they are inconsistent in the distribution of the liquidation items. So it's possible to find one thing in one store and never see it in another store. And a lot of people have lamented that Florida seems to be getting a lot of the really cool stuff, and it's not showing up in other areas. And I get that. And I truly wish that this liquidation was far more equitable across the board. I wish that just about every time, that the liquidation was more equitable. But I don't run Ollie's, so I can't say anything about it. Yes, Ollie's has inexpensive glue guns now. Okay, that's pretty cool. Elena's on the Eastern Seaboard, so somewhere along the Eastern Seaboard, the Ollie's are getting the hey, bone tired travelers, happy middle of the night. So the Eastern Seaboard is getting glue guns. Oh, I'm afraid I have a glass board underneath this. I'm afraid I'm going to break it if I keep pushing down on that. See if I lift this up. I have one of those glass boards under here. It's a glass magnetic board, but I put this over the top of it because the light kept shining. The way the light's angled, it goes right off the glass and straight into my eyes, and I just couldn't deal with that, so I had to move that. There we go, that got it. So got one of the butterflies, and what I'm going to do with these butterflies is I'm going to stick them underneath this acetate, and I'm going to put the acetate on top of it, and I think that's going to be just absolutely beautiful. Just make sure that when I put the butterflies down, they're still visible, and I think that's going to be a nice little embellishment to have them underneath and have them up on top. If I were secure in making shaker cards, I would do this with the butterflies being a shaker element, but I'm just not. You love your glass plate and your wax seals. That's too cool. We get very little new merchandise at our local store, but Jackson has a great store. Okay, cool. Jackson, Mississippi, I'm assuming, or is it Jackson, Tennessee? Or say if you don't want to, but one of the Jacksons apparently has a great store, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm going to put this down again, and I'm going to, one of the things that I like about this is if I put this down on top, I can see exactly where it is. And another thing that's really cool about this little punch that I got for $1 at the Belcher store in Tampa, or St. Pete, or wherever it is, the store on Belcher in the Tampa St. Pete area, is that I can put this anywhere on the paper. I'm not limited to where the thrust can get to. I can put this anywhere on the paper and punch it out, and that is just a neat little tidbit. Got it. So there's another little butterfly. So now I've got two little butterflies cut out. News, I went to where the old Big Lots was the other day, and they already put an Aldi there. So oh no, your dreams of an Ollie's around the corner have been dashed. I am so sorry to hear that, Erica. Man, that stinks. That is really awful. I'm so sorry. We had a store down here in Florida called Lucky's. And they had several branches across the state, and one of them was near us. And they were backed by Kroger. I'm not sponsored by any of these places, but they were backed by Kroger because Kroger was trying to low-key see if they could compete with Publix down here in Florida, which is not a likely thing. Publix has a stranglehold on grocery stores here in Florida. Aldi is making it because they're significantly low priced, but anything that's not, lower priced, anything that is similar to what Publix sells, Publix has a stranglehold on it. And so Kroger backed out of the agreement that they had with Lucky's, and all of the Lucky's shut down, and that was at the beginning of 2020. So Lucky's didn't even make it to the pandemic. And it was quite sad because we absolutely loved that. And there was a Publix very close to one of the Lucky's locations. And instead of letting anything else get into that store, they put another Publix in. And so, it's much closer to where my husband works than where I am. But there's literally a Publix right across the street from another Publix, because they put a Publix where the Lucky's was so that they wouldn't get a Trader Joe's or an Aldi next to them. I don't like Publix. Okay, I can't say that. I love Publix pub subs. Pub subs are awesome, but as a general rule, I'm not overly fond of Publix as a store. So anyway, so now I've got to figure out where I want to put these down, because I want to make sure that they're visible through the flower so that they can be seen. And I want to put a little bit of dimension on them. No, actually, no, I don't. I'm going to put dimension on the flowers themselves. So let's get the flowers dimensionized. I'm going to use 2mm to put the flowers on. Usually I use my 1mm roll. That's my huge, wonderful roll that I get from Temu, but I got those. I'm driving to Miami a couple of weeks. I must exercise restraint. Oh my goodness, bow-tired travelers. Oh dear. I will just say that if you're driving to Miami down I-95, that the best stores to stop at are the easternmost Jacksonville store, the store in Georgia, just north of Jacksonville, which I can't remember the name of the store, but that was a good one too. Palm Coast is good. I would skip Daytona Beach. The Merritt Island, Melbourne, and Palm Bay stores are a hit or a miss. New Smyrna Beach is awesome. If you want to take a little trip into Kissimmee, depending on how much out of the way you want to go, Kissimmee is amazing. And when you get down below the Melbourne stores, I haven't been to them more than once. While they were good when I was there, that was months ago, and I have no idea if they're still good. So there's my suggestions, Bone Tired. There's the other two in Jacksonville, the two to the west, they were not good when I was there. That doesn't mean they're still not good, but the one on the easternmost in Jacksonville was amazing. And while you go through Jacksonville, there's a Whataburger there. There's actually several Whataburgers there. And if you like Whataburger, oh my gosh, it's the best hamburger place. Not sponsored by anybody. Those punches are different. Place, bottom, plate. Where you want the overlay, the top is easier to punch that way. Oh, so I'm doing it wrong. Oh, so do I do it this way? Let's see if I understand what I have been told now. Do I do it this way where I put that down and then put the overlay? No, that can't be right. So I'm confused. That's not new or amazing or anything, but yeah, I am confused. Boink. Oh, or maybe do it this way. Put the overlay on it and then plop it down. Is that what you're saying? Put the overlay on it and then plop it down? I messed it up. Maybe that's it. We sail out of Jacksonville occasionally. I must not listen. I must not listen, fingers in both ears. I'm sorry, Bone Tired, but I'm pretty sure you listened to that. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there, just laying on the table, letting you look at it, And Elena says, restraint you speak of. Yeah. We'll be on 75 most of the way, then crossing over. Oh, so you'll be on 75. So if you're coming down 75, you'll be crossing over on the turnpike. The turnpike goes right next to Kissimmee. Stop in the Kissimmee store. If you don't stop in any other store, I would strongly suggest stopping in the Kissimmee store. That's the one that I put on my channel a couple, I don't know, about a week and a half ago now, that has 7 by 2, 4 by 4, 4 foot by 4 foot, 3 shelf tables of nothing but craft supplies, and it is a lot of variety. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You are going to go right past Kissimmee. The turnpike goes right through. I mean, right through Kissimmee. I'm just saying, I'm just putting out, yes, I know I'm a terrible influence, but that's who I am. What can I say? I am who I am. If anyone has any tips and tricks on the multi-cinch and better press, I don't even know what those are. So I don't have any, but yes, anybody who's in the, not like you had it before, but flip it over before you punch. Oh, not like you, but flip it over before, no, just like you had it before, but flip. Oh, so push down. Ow! Okay, I get it. So instead of pushing this way, push the other way. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Okay, slow on the uptake, but I get it. Oh my God, there she goes again. Yep. Wait, I'm interested in the proper way to use the punch also. Okay, now what Elena's saying is that the proper way to use the punch is to put this down. Nope, let go. It does have a little thumb hold here. I just keep forgetting to use it. The little thumb hold makes it easier to get the top off. Line it up eventually, and then put this down, and then plop this down like so that I get the space that I want, and then turn it over and push it. Oh, that does work. Oh my gosh, that works so much better. Look, the little butterfly just pops right out of there. Just right out of there, didn't it? Look at that. That's so cool. Oh my goodness gracious. And I also love the fact that it gets me this little window. So now I can cut this so that the scissors, my wonderful scissors. I love these scissors. These are the best crafting scissors ever. But now I can just cut that, and I have this little butterfly opening right there. So it's a butterfly. Now, if you're interested in these scissors, I did get these from Temu, and I actually paid full price for these, which is something I usually don't do on Temu. I have ways of getting stuff cheap. I actually paid full price for these, but even at full price, these were only like $8 on Temu. And they're not sold as craft scissors. They're sold as sheep shearing scissors. And this is probably the best pair of craft scissors I have ever owned. I love them so much. Okay, I just got called an enabler. Yes, I'm afraid, bone-tired traveler, that I am very much an enabler. Yes, I am. I have to admit it. I so totally am. You were looking at getting a letterpress, especially since I found out it does foil. Oh, really? Interesting. That's there you go. Good gravy. They are huge. I know they're absolutely enormous. I love these things. That is like, I mean, that's like an octave range. My range in my fingers is an octave and one, so that's like an octave. The blade is like an octave range on a keyboard. That is so cool. I love that. Okay, so I measured something by piano keys. I could do it by banana. Valerie's not in here to laugh at the spritzer. Crafting scissors, right? Yeah, Erica, that's true. So exactly, the scissors should be called Edward Scissorhands. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great name for these. That is absolutely true. Octave range. Yeah, octave range. Yeah, it's an octave range. I tell you, Mr. Crafty better stay. Those scissors look so sharp. Oh, they are. They really are very, very sharp. One of them, and I'm going to sit here, the last time I did this and talked about him, it irritated Erica so much because I kept poking my finger with them. But I mean, just a light little poke, you can see it leaves an indentation in my finger. This one is full on sharp. In shipping, this one got a little bit bent. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny little bend in the end of the scissors. So this one's not as sharp, but that one, yeah, that one could do some definite damage. But they're crafting scissors, y'all. They're crafting scissors, or sheep shearing scissors if you're a sheep shearer. But for me, they're crafting scissors. So there we go. I tell you, Mr. Yeah, those scissors. Hi, hit the thumbs up guy. Yes, Bone Tired. Much for the reminder to hit the thumbs up. Yes, I very much appreciate. Okay, back to putting this on. Get the better press versus the letterpress from everything I've seen. That's what I got. That's why I got that. If you watch a bunch of videos, you will understand. Hard to explain here. Okay, there you go. What exactly is in the palm of your hand? Where? I don't know what's in the palm of my hand. Are you talking about this? This is stress-induced eczema. If this is what you're talking about, this is stress-induced eczema. Every time that I have a panic attack or an anxiety attack, this gets worse or better. It's steady state now because I'm steady state, pretty anxious right now. There's things going on in the life of Chatty Crafty that are very stressful, and I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, if you're talking about this, it's stress-induced eczema. If you're not talking about that, then I don't know. CC, Erica says CC with a question mark, so I have no idea what the question is. Oh, okay, you thought it was glue. Yeah, that's not glue. That's stress-induced eczema, and when it's really bad, I'll get it on both of my hands, and you can see right here that I can pick this off. It's literally scaly skin that I can just pick off. Not that anybody wants to hear about my skin, but I mean, that's where Chatty got. These are my live streams. For those of you that are new from the UK or from New Zealand or from Australia, if you've never watched one of my live streams before, or if you've never gone back and watched one of the replays, it is raw and it is real. I'm not authentic. I am absolutely authentic, and I appreciate and encourage authenticity on this channel in every way possible, because it is important to make sure that you are being authentic to yourself, because I spent the greatest majority of my life being inauthentic and hiding who I really was, and all I did was hurt myself more and more and more. So yeah, be your authentic self. One of the purposes or background or reasons for my channel is that I am a lifelong trauma survivor. I am also an acute trauma survivor, and 3 years ago, actually about 3.5 years ago now, I suffered an acute trauma that made me a shut-in. So I'm a shut-in now. I don't go out. The Ollie's is the only place that I can go that I don't have to go. I have to go to therapy. I have to go to the doctor's offices for doctor's visits like that. Ollie's is the only place left that I can go that I don't have to go. I used to be able to go to one particular Aldi, and I used to be able to go to Dollar Tree. I lost Dollar Tree because I had a panic attack over Labor Day weekend this past Labor Day, which for those of you that aren't in America, in the United States, that is in the first Monday in November is Labor Day in the United States. And I had a panic attack at a Dollar Tree. I did get out of the store before the panic attack hit, but my brain still labels all Dollar Trees now as unsafe. And I made the mistake of going to that one Aldi that I could go to on a Sunday, knowing full well that Thursday was the only day that I could go. And I thought that it wouldn't be crowded, and I was so wrong. And there were so many people that I didn't even, I was in the store for maybe 3 minutes, and my brain went, nope, you got to get out. And ever since then, Aldi has been off limits to me because my brain says it's not safe. So all I have left right now is Ollie's, and there's even an Ollie's that I can't go into. The Ollie's in Gainesville, Florida is off limits to me because I had a near panic attack inside that one for other reasons. And so, yeah, that's a little bit of my background. So I missed some, what exactly is in the palm of your hand? Oh, okay, I thought it was glue. Knowing Crafty is usually ink or blood. That's true. Because my friends look like that half all the time. Now that is the way to get foam tape. Yeah, that is. This is truly the way to get foam tape. And what's even better about this is if you buy this from, I get this from Temu, and I pay full price for these, but full price for this, and it is a 50-meter roll, which is almost 2,000 inches of 1mm foam tape. It is 1mm foam tape, but it's like between $4.50 and $6 for the entire roll. I buy 3 or 4 rolls at a time when I buy it because it's going to be shipped to you in a nasty, horrible, rotten, awful plastic bag. And if you only buy one, it gets damaged in transit. But if you buy 3, they protect each other. So I buy more than that. And I do pay full price for those because I am buying more than those, because the little tricks and tips that I use to buy things, I'm only allowed to buy one at a time. But when I buy those, I buy more than one just so they protect themselves in transit. And yeah, but in order to find that, you have to type in 50M mounting tape. And the 50 and the M are together. Mounting tape, because it's not sold as a craft supply. It's sold to hang acoustic tiles on walls. Just like this is not sold as a craft supply. This is sold as a set of sheep shears. This is sold to hang acoustic tiles on walls. And if you type it in as 50M mounting tape, and then you search by price, low to high, it'll show you the cheap ones. If you don't do it that way, it'll show you the $30 ones. They're from local sellers, and don't buy those. They're way too expensive. Yeah, we don't want you to ever go back to that Ollie's. Yeah, Erica, you're absolutely right. I do not want to ever go back to that Ollie's. My husband will not take me to that Ollie's. And since I don't drive, because that would be so scary for everybody else on the road, because I would have an anxiety attack if I were behind the wheel, and I would close my eyes and everybody would just have to get out of my way. So I don't drive for obvious reasons. And since my husband would be the one that would be taking me there, he won't take me. I know for a fact that even if I asked him to take me to the Gainesville Ollie's now, he won't take me because he knows exactly why that one freaked me out. For those of you that don't know why it freaked me out, I was a child in Gainesville, and 2 of the acute traumas occurred because of my mother's boyfriends in Gainesville, and I am face blind, which means that I can't recognize people. I have no idea what they look like, and one of them is like 9 years older than me, and I could literally be having a conversation with him and never know that that's who I was talking to. So yeah, being face blind on top of being autistic, on top of having CPTSD and anxiety disorder and panic disorder is not fun. So that's why I am aliving loudly. I am sitting here doing my channel, aliving loudly in the hopes that other people don't unalive quietly. You know, I have been through the gates of hell, and I'm still here, and I'm staying. And I hope that everybody who's watching stays too, because don't pick a permanent solution to a temporary problem. You know, life is difficulties are temporary. Life is constant. And that's where I'm going with this. That's one of the purposes of my channel. I use this channel for my own therapy, as, you know, something to help me interact with people, because I have a very hard time interacting with people when I can see their faces and their bodies, because I don't really look at faces. So what they're saying and the look on their face and the way that they're saying it and the way that their body is being held doesn't usually match. It's sometimes 4 completely different messages, and it confuses me. But right now, your words on a screen. I mean, you are literally words on a screen. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You're literally words on a screen. And so, yeah, I get to interact with you because all I have are the words. And being able to interact with you in the words, I don't have to worry about the other things that can trip me up, the other signals that can trip me up, like tone of voice and expression and things like that. So I do a lot better this way. And this is really the only way that I can communicate with people effectively. When I'm out and about, and sometimes I have to talk to people at the Ollies, it freaks me out. Y'all would be so amazed at the difference of who I am when you listen to me on this channel, because I'm in my house, I'm safe. I am in my safe space. And these little picky things don't want to come off. Have you seen the trouble that I'm having getting these little picky things off? Anyway, when I'm in my house and I'm safe, you hear one thing out of my voice. If you see me in the wild, I am completely different. I mean, every bit of my anxiety and every bit of my autism and every bit of everything else comes out when you see me in the wild. I missed several comments here. Hold on. I am always myself, but I admit I scare people at times. I'm very straightforward. There is nothing wrong with that, Elena. Be your authentic self. Absolutely, positively, 100%. We don't want you to ever go back. Holy mackerel. Hello. Hi, Mary Alice. Mary Alice is in here. The strange thing I used to love being around people. These days, I don't enjoy it nearly as much. I feel people's entitlement these days make it hard to enjoy interacting. You're absolutely right, Elena. I feel that too. Kelly, thank you. Kelly says, I'm happy you are here. And then luckily it was the middle of the night and there was hardly anyone else on the road. I can laugh about it now. Oh my goodness gracious, Erica, what did I miss? What happened in the middle of the night and there was hardly anybody else on the road? Oh dear. I missed something. Erica, I feel you, Mr. Crafty, better stay in line. What exactly is in the palm of your hand? Oh, okay, I thought it was glue because my hands look like that all the time. Erica, yeah, we don't want to ever go back to that. Ollie's, holy mackerel, hello all. I don't see where you said anything. Luckily it was in the middle of the night and there was hardly any else on the road. You can laugh about it now. I don't see what happened, Erica. I missed it. Oh, goodness gracious, I can't find it, and I got to go back to picking at these things, because I really do want to make this card front. That's the whole purpose of this live stream, is that I want to make this card front. Well, it's not the whole purpose. I do want to make some card fronts. It's been a long time since I've actually made greeting cards, and I miss it. I have a limited amount of spoons. Y'all know that. And I've been spending a lot of my spoons building up my Facebook presence. So I haven't really had a whole lot of spoons to do much crafting. So my live streams have been me testing out new things like markers. Oh my gosh, I love markers. Markers are the best. I absolutely love markers. Markers are like the best thing ever made. I cannot get over how wonderful markers really and truly are. They are just absolutely fantastic. Really and truly. Okay, now I got to figure out how I'm going to get the butterflies underneath this, because I'm going to put a couple butterflies on top, but I want a couple butterflies underneath as well. So if I put that down there, so I want one, oh, what am I going to do? Where is something that I can mark? So if I hold this up, I'm going to use this pencil, I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to kind of mark where I think this is. And this would be so much easier if I could stick my head underneath there, but I really can't. So I want one butterfly underneath there. I want one butterfly underneath there. And I want one butterfly underneath over here. So those three marks I'm going to put butterflies on, and hopefully they're in the right places. And if they're not, that's just where the butterflies are going to go. So let's see how this works. So I'm going to put the butterflies on 1mm mounting tape, so they'll be raised up, but they won't be the 2mm up that this one is. And I put it down sticky side down, which wasn't very bright on my part, but there we go. I'm happy that you are here. Luckily, it was the middle of the night. I can laugh about, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe this is actually live this late. I know, Susan. Yeah, I know. It's a little cray-cray for me to be live this late. I'm hoping I'm not keeping my husband awake. He's in the bedroom right next door to the room that I'm in. So I'm hoping I'm not keeping him awake. But yeah, I decided to try this because if you weren't here at the beginning, I have a lot of people that have been starting to follow me on Facebook that are in the UK and New Zealand and Australia, and my typical lives at 9:30 p.m. on Friday, that's just not a good time for the people in those countries to watch them. And I have to say, this probably isn't a great time for the UK because they're only 4 hours ahead of me, so it's now 6:15 in the morning in the UK. So this might not actually be a great time for them, but it's a great time for New Zealand because they're like 7 o'clock in the afternoon now, or 7 o'clock in the evening now. No, New Zealand, I think, is 6 o'clock in the evening, and then Australia is 7 o'clock in the evening. So that's good times for them. But I have no idea if I have anybody from Australia or New Zealand watching. So yeah, but hi, Susan. It's good to see you here. So far, the people that I've seen chatting are people that I have interacted with before. They're all members of the Chatty Crafty Guild, and that's just what we call people who have joined the Chatty Crafty Facebook group, which is linked in the description if you're interested in joining us. We're a really fun-loving group of people who are really supportive and really helpful and really and truly kind to each other. And, you know, we talk about crafts, and we talk about things that make us happy, and we talk about, you know, ways to get really cheap, good craft supplies, because crafting can be expensive, people. It really can. And if you don't have an Ollie's in your area, you know, there are other ways to get craft supplies, but, you know, you gotta know where those are. I don't want that close to the edge because it's 4.5. It's already A2 sized, so I'm gonna have to cut off a little bit of it so I can mount it, so I can do it as a, there we go, that's better. Let's see. Hi. Oh, but England can watch before work. Oh, that's true. The England can watch before work. You're absolutely right. They can get up because I started this the exact same time that Countdown comes on in England. So when I started this, I was like, oh, I'm competing with Countdown. Okay, I'm probably not going to get very many viewers because Countdown is a very popular show in England. It's a really fun show. If you ever get a chance to watch it, they are available on YouTube if you ever want to watch Countdown. It's a fun show. And then it was featured in one of the episodes of the IT Crowd, if y'all watched that. So yeah, I started my live stream at the exact same time that Countdown started. So I'm not sure how many people are going to be watching it, but that's okay. You know, we're here and we're watching it. All right, so now I'm going to try and line this up and put this down. And I'm really trying to make this really pretty and really line it up nicely and hope that it's in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing. You really can't tell that they are butterflies underneath the piece of acetate, but that's okay. You can see something underneath there and they're really pretty. And then there's going to be 2 more butterflies sitting on top. So you'll be able to tell that they're butterflies because there will be 2 more butterflies sitting on top. So yeah, so here we go with this one. I got to cut into a couple more pieces of this so that I can put it on the last 2 butterflies that I have now lost. There's for your cards. Chatty Crafty loses and then finds something. Anybody see where the butterflies went? There's one. I still need 1 more butterfly. Oh my goodness gracious. If I didn't lose something, it wouldn't be alive. Yep, that's the typical live stream with Chatty Crafty, is Chatty Crafty always loses something. I might have to cut out another one. Very much might. I really don't see the other one. I know I had, oh, there it is right there. It's hiding. Oh, you're back. Oh, you're back at work. Okay, so you went to work. Oh, so you're watching me at work. Woot, woot. Don't get fired, Bone Tired. Please don't do that. That would be a terrible thing, and I would feel guilty forever. So please don't do that. But yay, welcome back. So yeah, people in the chat are talking to each other. So I'm not reading every comment because if people in the chat are talking to each other, I mean, I'm not reading those out loud. But for the most part, I will read the comments that people put in the chat because this is a very interactive channel. I mean, when I'm in a live stream, I really enjoy the interaction of people, and I don't, like I said, that's not a requirement to be part of the live stream. If you're a lurker who just needs emotional support background noise, I'm totally with that too. Oh, you've been here since 7:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you've been there. Woo. Oh my goodness gracious. You've been there since 7:30 this morning or yesterday morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope you're going to have an opportunity to get some good sleep after this. I bet Bone Tired is just an absolute fitting name for that. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. So there's the other 2 butterflies. Now, should I put another butterfly over here or leave it blank for a place for a sentiment? I'm thinking I should leave that blank for the sentiment right there, but that's really cool. Oh, you're an RN. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, so you've been there since 7:30 p.m. Okay, I get it. I missed that. Sorry about that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so that's not as bad, but yeah, nurses work crazy hours, and good on you for doing that and for helping other people, Bone Tired. I'm going to say thank you and that I appreciate you because I think that is awesome. So there's one card front. I still haven't done a sentiment on there, and I'm not actually going to do sentiments on these, but what I will do is I'll cut them down. I found a bunch of basil card fronts, and these are all nice neutral colors, and I found these, I want to say these were also in Kissimmee, but I found a whole bunch of these. They had a whole bunch of them on the shelf. I bought 2 of them, so I have 2 of them, but they had a whole bunch left. I did not get greedy on these because there's 60 in here. I mean, that's an awful lot of card bases to go through, but I'm going to eventually take these out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these card bases And I'm going to put these card fronts on there, which is why I said I had to leave a little bit of extra room from that one butterfly. I need to put these on the floor. Bye-bye. Back on the floor for you. But like this one, I'm going to cut down a little bit of the extra sides on that so that I can, you know, put this down so that there is a border on it when it goes down on that. In fact, I can do that now because I have the scissors. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Kelly said that the butterflies look pretty on there. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I'm going to use this to cut down. I'm going to use my Wamana scissors because I love these scissors. These are such amazingly good craft scissors. Look at that, just right down the side. And I can just cut off this little edge, which is exactly what I want to cut off. And I can just do that, and it comes off beautifully well. I squiggled the scissors that time. I'm surprised Baby Bear isn't in here. I really am. I am surprised. Although I do have to admit, the last time that I was in here, I did pull out the heat gun. And he does not like the heat gun, so that's quite possibly why he's not in here. I have so many of those bases, yet rarely use them. See, I use my bases a lot because I can make card bases, and I'm actually good at them. But if I can do pre-made card bases, especially when I get 60 of them for $2 with their envelopes, oh my gosh, that I do. And I have to keep these little pieces. Not that I'm going to use these in card making, but eventually I am going to do, I'm going to make paper. So that's going to be noob with a paper kit. And then this is going to go on here. Just like this. So I picked a black base so that it pulls out the black of the flowers, and I think that's just really pretty. I really like that. I think that is gorgeous. I really do. I need to cut a little bit more off. Oops, there's a piece right there. I need to cut a little bit more off of this because I need just a little bit more of an edge on there. Just like so. So there we go. Put the scissors back. Oh, I love the lockingness of those scissors too. There we go, just like so. Isn't that just so pretty? I love this. I do. I really love this. Let's see if my tape runner is going to work today. Now, how do I want this to open? Do I want this to open this way, or do I want it to open this way? I think I want it to open this way, and I'm going to put the sentiment there so it's reading right side up there so that the little butterflies are that way. That's going to be too cool. All right, so open this up. Those butterflies look so pretty in there. I have so many of those bases. I was just going to ask where the fur babies are. Yeah, the three are the fur babies. Mama Bear and Brucey and Goldilocks are all sleeping with my husband because that's what they do. At night when I'm so anxious, it's just Baby Bear and I sitting out in the family room watching UK television and enjoying the snot out of the commercials on UK television because UK television commercials are so much better. And you know, yeah, you know, Elena, you know how much better the UK commercials are than the American commercials. But yeah, so we sit out there and we watch UK television. Like right now, let's see, Countdown is just ending. So after Countdown, I actually have a couple of hours before Couples Come Dine With Me comes on. So I watch something. Right now I'm watching Chopped because I have all 53 seasons of Chopped on the device that my husband has set up for me. So I'm watching Chopped right now. All 53 seasons of it, and then I'll watch Couples Come Dine With Me, and then when that's over, I will switch over to the Great British Bake Off, although yesterday they weren't showing the Great British Bake Off, so I don't know if they've stopped showing it on the Food Network UK. That might have changed, and then after that, I watch Come Dine With Me. And I have my whole little routine all set up when I'm out there. Yeah, he is. He really is. Crafty Fox's Creations by Tamara. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. I remember seeing you a while back, and I appreciate you being here. That is so cool. Yeah, UK cooking shows are amazing. Oh, have you heard? Prue Leith has left the Great British Bake Off, and she's been replaced by Nigella Lawson. Oh my gosh, I'm so looking forward to that. Oh my goodness gracious, I am so completely looking forward to that. When I do put a sentiment on this one, I'm going to probably use a black background or a dark background. I might actually cut up one of these card bases and use that as a black background and then put a white piece of cardstock on top of that and then stamp the sentiment down on that. But there's one and done. So I have made one of my card fronts. So that's a card ready to go. I just need to get a sentiment on there and then put the inside sheet on it. But that's one. So I'm just going to pick up another color, and we're going to start with this one. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I knew what I was going to do with the other one. Oh, I know what I can do with this one. Where is it? let's see how close this matches. I have pads of glitter paper over here. Again, got it from Ollie's for $1.99 for these. Let's see if this matches well. So let's see. I want to find one of these that matches well because I have an idea of what I want to do with it, but I need a color that matches it pretty well so that you can see it through when I cut it. Oh, that's good. That's a good match. It's not a perfect match, but that's a good match right there. I was just gonna let's see. Yes, dear, it's been a while since I've caught you live. So nice to see you. Hello, everyone. Yay! Yes, I do. We would get the reels from all over the world. We would laugh until we would cry at some of the commercials. Those commercials would never get past the creators. I know they wouldn't, and they're so much better. Oh my gosh, I love the commercials here. And Tamara, it's so good to see you again. I'm so happy that you found us again. Your Ollie supplies are so easily accessible. Mine are everywhere. Oh no, mine are everywhere. Mine really are everywhere. It's just I happen to have ones that I use often that have been piled around me. And if you don't know, my desk is right here. This is where my desk is, and I have a window right here in the front of my desk, so I can sit out and I can look at my neighbor's yard. He has a very long yard. I don't get to see much of his house. If I look really closely, I can see his house, but I get to see my neighbor's yard, so I got a really nice view out my window. And then I've got a bookcase here and a bookcase here, and in front of me I have a double stack of all of my non-name brand inks. Over here on this side, over here on that side, I have all of my Tim Holtz oxide inks, and then right there I have a little container that has all of my little sprays and stuff. So, and then I've got a stack of paper over there, right there, and then I've got a stack, my dryer is over here, so I have one of those little metal things that you put on your desk to sort papers in, but I use that to dry anytime that I do any sort of watercolors. So that's there. There is a box with a drawer underneath it, and then there's a bunch of paper pads sitting on the floor down there. And then if you go over this way again, and there's another table sitting in front of the bookcase that has a lot of the random stuff that I've shown you from all of the Ollie's hauls, just sitting there and doing things. And then as you go back farther in my craft room, it just gets more and more hectic and more confusing and more wow. Messed up. So these just happen to be there. Let's see. The gold one. Oh, I like the gold one. All right, so the gold one is pretty. Not so big on the green one. Let's see about the purple one. Oh, the purple one's pretty. Okay, so gold or purple or this tealy color here. So those are the three choices. The gold from this pad, the purple from this pad, or the teal from this pad. So there we go. Now I'm going to read a few things because it's going to be 30 seconds before you see that I've even asked you a question. So it'll be a while before y'all can vote. So I'm going to read some of these comments here. Let's see. Ollie's supplies are so easily accessible. You are organized. My room is... I am not organized, Taryn. I am not in any way, shape, form, or organized. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to do this without knocking the live stream, Tamara, just so you know that there is... Okay, it's not organized. That's what I mean. Oh, darn it. I didn't want that to happen. That's what I mean by the pile of stuff that's next to me. And that's Baby Bear's bed, but Baby Bear's not in here, so I stacked stuff on his bed. And then there's all this other pile of stuff that I have next to me. It's just, it's so, wow, it's so random and wild in here. So I've got 3 votes for teal and 1 for gold. All right, so we've got 3 votes. So Bone Tired Susan and Kelly have all said teals. Erica says gold. All right, I think teal won. So we're going to pull out one of these teal sheets in from this one. Where'd the teal one go? I've been outvoted. I'm sorry, Erica. Yes, you got outvoted. That's the way it runs here in the Chatty Crafty Guild. There we go. This is the one. Yeah, that's the one that I like. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to pull off a piece of this, and I really wish that this didn't have the hole in the top because I think it would be better if I could use the whole sheet, but I totally get the idea that you want to be able to stock it on a piece of, on a peg, on a pegboard. So bad. See, there you go, Tara. I told you. It may sound like it's organized in here. It's not. It's not organized in here. It's not. It's just not. There's no organization in this room. Just no. Nope. Now I need to cut this down to about the same size as this one because I want this underneath that one. So I'm going to get my little cutter down here. I got this off of Temu, and it's not great quality. I will say that right off the bat. This is not a great quality cutter, but it does what I need it to do, so I keep using it. I tried to cut too many pages at once on it, and I messed it up. So it's not really the cutter's fault. It's kind of my fault too, because I stressed it beyond its capacity. But I'm still going to blame the cutter. That's who I am. I'm just going to say it's not the cutter's fault. I'm just going to blame it. There we go. So there we go. So now I've got this, and I've got these two beautiful pieces of glitter right here that I can use in something else. Move that away. Bye-bye that. And then we've got this. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do the same butterfly idea, only I'm going to cut out butterflies from this paisley pattern, and you're going to be able to see the blue glitter from underneath, and that's going to be so cool. I'm trying to be organized, but I really need to go through my stuff and pare some things down. I agree with you, Erica. I have to do that too. That's one thing that I'm thinking about doing, is taking some of these items that I've bought that I know I'm never going to use and start listing them on Facebook and see if anybody wants to pick them up off of me. The reason that I haven't started listing things on Facebook, because, you know, I do have things that I do need to sell, but the reason that I haven't done that yet is I have not found a payment method that does not give my last name. And y'all know how I am. Since I am a trauma survivor, I do not want to give my last name. So that's one of the reasons that my, turn it over. Oh, that's going to be too cool. Oh, I can even use these. Oh, that's going to be so awesome. I love this. I'm in a butterfly mood today, so I'm making a lot of butterfly thingies today. Just plop that down. Let's see, that one right there. Nope, it missed. It missed. Plop that there. But yeah, because you know how I'm a trauma survivor, and I have a faceless Facebook group, and I have a faceless YouTube channel. And the reason that they are faceless is because my aggressors are still out there, and I don't want them to see me, because, I mean, they could probably figure me out from my voice and things like that, but it's not proof that I am who I am unless they see my face. So, you know, and that's one of the reasons that my YouTube channel really isn't growing very fast, is because YouTube doesn't really push faceless channels as much as they used to, because it ended up that there was just a bunch of AI bot stuff going on out there. So, you know, my channel's not growing as fast as other channels do because of that. But I don't mind. I'm being authentic. I am being my authentic self, and I want to grow an authentic Facebook channel. I don't want to sit there and have a bunch of people, you know, follow my channel or subscribe to my channel that aren't going to be interested in the content that I'm putting out. You know, it's not that you have to interact with it, because like I said, I'm perfectly fine with lurkers who just need some emotional support background noise. I have no problem with lurkers who need emotional support background noise. But I do have a problem with people who just sub because they're not interested in it. They're just, you know, there to sub. I've had two different people, two different pages or whatever, offer me on YouTube to help me build my community by buying subscribers. And I'm like, no, bye-bye. I'm done with you. So I'm trying to be organized. There's not another one there. Oh, that one didn't go through as well. There we go. Ha, got it. I love these. These butterflies are definitely going to be used in something. Absolutely, positively, definitely going to be used in something. I don't know what, but something. Because they are beautiful little butterflies. All right, I'm going to cut one more out, and it's going to be flying off in this direction. So line that up, blink, and then push that down, blink, and there it is. I love this little punch. This little punch that I can put anywhere in the paper and just cut out these little butterflies is just amazing. And then look at that. It's got all of this beautiful little, I didn't think about a sentiment. I can put a sentiment right down there across the bottom. Absolutely, positively, I can stick a sentiment right down there across the bottom. Dear you do you, and create the safe space you and others need to thrive. Thank you, Tamara. I really appreciate that. And I really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, because I know there's several different ways to pronounce that. It could be Tamara. And I really hope that Tamara is the correct one, because I'm really big on pronouncing people's names correctly, because a name is someone's identity, it's someone's culture, it's someone's everything. So I really am interested in saying people's names correctly. So, your channel is just, thank you, Kelly. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I agree with you. My channel is just the way it should be. I really and truly believe that, because, you know, I'm being my authentic self, and I want authentic people in here. I don't want fake people to become a part of this channel because they think that I'm interested in inauthenticity, because I'm really not. I want authenticity. I absolutely positively want authenticity in everything that goes on in my channel. And I want all of you to be your authentic selves. I don't want anybody to mask in any way. I don't want anybody to feel that they have to behave in a certain way to be included in here. That's not true. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about authenticity. And I want you to be your absolute authentic self, whatever that is, however that looks. That's exactly what I want. So yeah, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. I really do, Kelly. Really, really, really. I'm trying to get these down so that it doesn't show, because I don't want this to show through the paper and onto the glitter. So I'm trying to get this down so that I can get the butterflies adhered, but so that the strips don't show through there in my huge, ginormous roll of double-sided foam tape. I love this stuff. I should be using my other roll. I have another roll in here that I really should be using just to use it up. Here it is right there. See, I've got this teeny tiny bit left of my little teeny tiny roll. All right, so I can put a little piece there. There we go. And then I'm going to put that right there. And then I've got a little space here that needs a little bit of sticky stuff. Oh, I do not like the feeling of the icky sticky stuff. It's amazing how many times I touch things that are sticky, and knowing that icky sticky is just a sensation. It's an autistic thing. I just do not like the sensation of icky sticky things on my fingers. And here I am sticking things on my fingers over and over and over again. Ew. I just don't like the icky sticky. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a really big, yeah, it is. It is a really big roll. You apparently weren't here when I talked about it earlier. I get these off of Temu, and they cost somewhere between $4.50 and $6, depending on how much they are when I look them up. But you don't look them up as double-sided craft tape. You have to look them up as 50M. Altogether, a 50M, 50M mounting tape, because this is actually made to put acoustic tiles on a wall. And it is 50 meters of this stuff, which is almost 2,000 inches of double-sided mounting tape. And I do pay full price for these. I don't use my tips and tricks to buy these for cheap, because when I buy these, I buy at least 3 of them at the same time, because they're going to be shipped to you in a nasty little package. And if you buy 3 of them, they protect each other in transit. There. So that was a quick recap of that part of it. Okay, so here we go, trying to get these little sticky pieces off now. Ooh, that one came off nicely. Ooh, these are picking nicely. I should not have started in the middle. I should have started on one side or the other, because now I'm going to have to go through the middle to get to this done. Ooh, yuck. This was not good for planning, people. This really wasn't. It was not good planning to start in the middle of this thing. Oh my goodness gracious. And this one's not coming off. And I'm going to stick my hand right down on the side of one of those sticky pieces. And it's going to feel so icky and awful and weird. And I just don't like it. Ooh, I do not like the icky sticky. I just do not. I need to get this open. Cool. Thank you. Oh, you're quite welcome, Tamara. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm more than happy to share all the tips and tricks on how to get things for less money and save money on crafting supplies, because, you know, I don't gatekeep. I really don't. When I do my Ollie's shop with me's, I show everything that Ollie's has in the craft department in whatever store that I'm in. I sometimes feel like I miss the yarn or the fabric, because sometimes it's harder for me to walk down the aisles that have the big shelves. I'm okay when it's wide open. If you've ever been in an Ollie's, for those of you who haven't been in Ollie's, the front is all low tables with stuff stacked on it, or now they have a lot of furniture in there. So there's a huge field of vision in the front of the store. And then usually where the dollar tables are, there are aisles that there's a huge field of vision around those. And it's not as scary for me, because I've got so much ability to see so many different things, because I'm hyper vigilant. I notice everything and everyone every time I walk into a place. And it's part of the trauma. It really is. And so having that wide field of vision is good, but when you get to the aisles, they're the tall shelved aisles, and sometimes they get a little scary for me. So sometimes I don't get to the little tall aisles. I'll only get to the dollar tables and things like that. But I do my best to show everything that they have in a store. And I don't shop around in Ollie's. I go to the craft department and I look and I film the craft department and I leave. It's not like I go into Ollie's and shop the other stuff. So I really don't know what else Ollie's sells. I know I've seen clothes sometimes, but I'm really not really sure on everything that Ollie's sells, because I go in, I look at the crafts and I leave. That's what my brain lets me do. And I am not going to disobey my brain, because I am liking the fact that I can actually go to a store. So I love watching your Ollie. Thank you, Tamara. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I love doing the Ollie's hauls for more than one reason. I mean, I love doing the Ollie's haul. Is that not pretty? Look how cool that is. That is just the coolest thing. All right, I noticed there's a little bit of blue poking out on that side, so I got to get the scissors out. Wahaha. Get the scissors out. That was bad. That was a terrible cut. Let's try that again and make it straight. There we go. So we got that straight cut there, and then I got to get a little bit off on this side because apparently the blue glitter page was just a little bit bigger than the other one. So plop that down and then pull this down. So I'm getting a little bit of a cut down there, and I'll put a little bit of a cut down here, make it just a little bit smaller, but not too much, because this is where I'm going to put the sentiment down. They have everything. You can spend hours in there shopping. Okay, Kelly, you can spend hours in there shopping. I can't. I can do the craft aisles, and then I have to leave. I really do. I mean, it's amazing that my brain even lets me go into Ollie's in the first place. And I cannot risk losing Ollie's, because if I lose the ability to go into Ollie's, then I have lost every possible store that I could possibly go in. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to go inside stores. That's actually really pretty. That's just a piece of that basil shiny paper that I was using in one of the live streams recently. It's just sitting back here because a lot of my stuff is just sitting back here. I think I'm going to stick that on there. Does that look good? I'm terrible at color coordination and color matching, so I'm going to let y'all decide. And I'm going to set it there, and I'm going to let you look at it, and I'm going to ask you, because it's going to take you 30 seconds to get to the point where you can see it and give me an answer on that. Then I'm going to go back and reading these. They have everything you can shop of. It was so pretty. Yeah. My husband used to love going into Big Lots, and I'm sure that if I weren't with him, my husband would spend hours in an Ollie's. I really am sure. My husband loves toys. He loves models and things like that, and I know that they have those in Ollie's, because sometimes he'll say, while I'm looking at and filming the craft stuff, sometimes he'll peek off to an aisle and he'll look at it. You like it? Okay, you like it? Kelly limes it. That's so cute. I love that. I was a teacher. I am totally fine with typos, because, I was a teacher for a very long time, and I got really good at figuring out what my kids were trying to say, because, let's see, a green or a pink. Oh, somebody says a green or a pink. Do I have a green or a pink? Let's see what I have. I've already cut these down to size. So I don't really have a green or a pink in here, but I do have a purple. So is the purple better than the blue? So I've got a purple there. I've got an orange here as well, but that's not really good. I see why you're saying green or pink. Let's see. Do I have a pink? I actually do have a pink. So I can cut this down. So which one do you think? We've got purple, blue, and pink. Although I did not point it the right color when I was saying that. We have purple, blue, and pink. There we go. I got it right that time. Woot woot. Oh, I'm so silly. Autocorrect. Yeah, autocorrect is a pain in the butt. Yeah, it really is. And whoever decided that we should stick with the QWERTY keyboard, which is so insanely inefficient, but whoever decided that we should stick with the QWERTY keyboard really ought to be just talked to, because O and I are so close to each other. And I'm so tired of telling my husband that I live him. It's like, no, that's not, no. Or, the if and the if and of, in and on. I mean, it's insane that O and I are right next to each other. So yeah, how about the red under the orange that's already out? The red under the orange that's already out. Okay, we have a new contender, the red under the orange that's already out. Actually, this has a little bit of orange on it. We'll just stick the orange one down there too. Let's stick that over there. So there we go. So we've got these here. So now we've got orange, pink. Oh, y'all know what colors they are. Wait, actually, that's not true. There might be people who are colorblind watching. Okay, so we've got orange, pink, blue, purple, and red. So those are the ones that we've got right there. You live your hubby too. I think we all live our hubbies or our partners, depending on, where you are in the world and who your partner is, and we all live our children. We all live our pets. It's so funny. Let's see. So I've got to vote for the red now. Susan suggested the red, and Tamara voted for the red. So there we go. And again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Tamara. I really do. If you mentioned it, I'd missed the comment where you said you mentioned it, whether I was or not. But yeah, so there we go on that one. And the sentiment's going to go down here. I'm going to put the sentiment down here across the bottom. And it's probably going to be a thinking of you card or something like that. Could you show it on each color? It is on each color right now. This is what we've got right here. I'll move the rest of these colors away so that they're not as confusing and disturbing and distracting. Distracting, that's the word I'm looking for, distracting. Sometimes my brain just does not give me the right word. So we've got orange, pink, blue. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe I've got it in the wrong place. Let me move it up here. Because I keep forgetting that you can't see this part of my table. So let me try this up here. That might be what you were saying, that you couldn't see them. So we've got the orange, the pink, the blue, the purple, the red. That's it. Orange, pink, blue, purple, and red are the ones that we have already made that we can put that on. Now, I'd have to cut the pink one, which is totally fine. I can whip out the guillotine and cut that out. Red looks good, so got one for red. I tell her that's the universe judging. I have a friend named Tori. My phone autocorrects to terrible. Oh my gosh, that's too funny, Erica. I tell her that's the world universe judging her. Red looks good. Yes, ma'am, it's good. Okay, good. Not the orange. Okay, not the orange. Bye bye orange. Orange has been summarily dismissed. Bye bye orange. So we're still down. Red is getting the most votes so far. As I've said before, autocorrect loves or lives to make my text into something obscene, especially in a very inappropriate place and time. No, I meant individually, not the orange on. Oh, no, you meant individual and not the orange or purple. Not the orange or purple, and you meant individually. Okay, so individually, this is the red. Okay, I see what you're saying, so that there's not anything in the background. Let me get some. Let me get this in the background. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the camera. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, my camera is not really in this little holder. There we go. Ooh, that could have been fun. My camera, evidently, when I pulled it out to show you my crafting stuff, my camera decided it wanted to go out. Okay, so this is the orange, red. And then this is the pink right there. That's what it looks like on the pink. And then this is the blue. So those are the three colors right there. This is the blue right here. And then I'll go back through them. This is the pink right there. And I can cut this no problem. I can just have to pull out the guillotine to do it. And then this is the red right here. Move those to the side. And then this is the red right there. So those are how they look on the three colors. You like red, not the orange. So red keeps getting lots of votes. All right, so I'm thinking the red is going to win. That's cool. I'm good with red. So here we go. We'll get the red on here. I'm going to put it a little off to the side so that I can have a little bit of a, no, what am I trying to say? Border. That's what I'm trying to say. See, it's annoying when my brain just sits there and goes, no, I'm not going to tell you the word. I know what word you're looking for, but I'm just not going to tell you. It's so annoying when my brain does that. It really and truly is. All right, so I'm going to put the tape on this. Make sure I'm doing it correctly. Blank, blank, blank. There we go. Let's see, and then we'll put this down, and I'm going to put it down here so it's a little bit, so it's centered and everything, but I'm going to put it down so it's just like so, and hopefully that's even. There we go. All right, so now we've got a little bit of a border on it, so now I need to match the border with dun, 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 the scissors. I love this pair of scissors. Y'all, you have an idea. I would say y'all have no idea, but y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know. Amira, I can just hear what Amira would be typing if Amira were watching this, but I'm so glad that Amira is getting a good night's sleep. I would so prefer to her get a good night's sleep. I do miss her being in the comments, but I am preferring her to get a good night's sleep. And Valerie's not in here either, but again, I would prefer them getting good night's sleeps. You know, self-care is an amazingly important thing. This is for the people who are up anyway, and I hope that everybody who's up and is seeing this is enjoying this, because I'm having a lot of fun. I do have to say. So there's that one, and now I need a good color background for this one. You know what? I think this one's just going to go on a plain white background. Is that right? Should I do that? That's just a plain white background. Yeah, I like that because that brings out the white that's in the actual design itself. I think that's too cool, and I need to make sure that it opens right. Yeah, it does open correctly. I've done that so many times. Or if I don't check the opening, I'll stick it on there upside down, and then when I go to open it, I'm like, oh, well, that's bad. Like my first journal page is completely upside down. My live stream from Friday, I make my very first journal page ever, my very, very first ever junk journal page, which I'm trying to show you, but it's not showing itself right now. What did I do with it? It was right in here. Oh no, I have put it somewhere. It's safe. Let's see, is this it? Nope, that's not it either. Darn it. Okay, well, I'll have to show it to you later, but the whole thing is upside down. I did the whole thing. It's really looking cool. I haven't finished it yet, so I'm still working on my very first page for my journal, and the entire thing is upside down because Chatty did it. So there we go. Let's see. The white is good. Sleep is overrated. At least I try to convince myself of that because I rarely sleep well. I do not sleep well at night at all. You've pulled out Eddie again. Eddie. Oh, Eddie. Yes, Eddie came out again. What I love about this, I mean, look, it's locked in place. Just a little, and this little thing comes out and bam. Okay, I think I like that pair of scissors just a little too much. I'm just saying. I'm just going to put it out there and say that I think I might like that pair of scissors just a wee bit too much. All right, so do the tape runner. So not the greatest tape runner. It's working, but it's not the greatest tape runner. But, you know, I paid 69 cents at Ollie's for it, so, I mean, I'm not going to complain. It was super cheap. Again, one more check to make sure it's opening the correct way, and it is. And then we'll put this down here, just on this nice little white card front, or card base. That's what it's called. It's called a card base right there, and that's done. So I've got this done. I still need to do the inside, and I still need to do the rest of it. So we now have 2 card done, maybe. I lost the one. My desk ate the one I already made. Oh no, I can't find it. It was here and I have put it down somewhere. It's probably safe too. Let's see. Did I set it up here? Oh, I set it up there. So now I've made these 2 card fronts and I put them on these card bases. And aren't those so cute? And all of this is stuff that I got from Ollie's. No, I take that back. This did not come from Ollie's. This one came from the American Crafts liquidation when AmericanCrafts.com was doing that. And they are still doing some liquidations. The prices aren't as good. So those of you who don't have an Ollie's in your area, I do believe they only ship to the United States of America. But if you don't have an Ollie's in your area, you can go to the AmericanCrafts.com, still not sponsored. And you can check out some of the stuff that they have. And I think the last time I saw this on there, it was like 69 cents for a 12 by 12 sheet of it. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness gracious. But the rest of this stuff all came from Ollie's. Oh, excuse me. So I've got these 2 made. Aren't those pretty? I love these. And I'm in such a butterfly mood right now that it's just so cool to make these with these little butterflies on them. I think these are pretty. This one's not completely straight on there, but I'm okay with that. I'm between listening and working on Canva project and then coming in here to keep checking on the progress on the cards. That's too cool, Susan. You keep doing that. That's awesome. The backwards card can be for April Fool's Day. There you go. That's actually a good use for a backwards card. That's pretty cool. I decorated a book only to realize the book was upside down. Oh no, Tamara. Yeah, I feel your pain on that one. If you have one, if you ever make anything that doesn't have a mistake, it wouldn't be yours. You're absolutely right, Elena. Anything that didn't have a mistake on it somehow, somewhere, it would not be mine. American Crafts are doing a maker's sale. Oh, cool. And another sale also. They have some prices and some wow prices. Okay, so looking through there. Another one is Office Supply has some pretty good prices on stuff, but Office Supply is a horrible one to try and do searching on. I did do a video. It's in my channel. It's probably a month and a half old that talks about other sources. If you don't have an Ollie's in your area, there are ways to get things that's got a really good tutorial on how to look through the officesupply.com website to find things, because it's not user-friendly in the finding of good deals on the officesupply.com website. So there are some tips and tricks on that one. All right, so I have these right here. I think I'm going to just make a wild card now with these, because I have these. These are the ones, these are the pieces that were left over after I cut the, I'm not going to use the acetate ones though, but these are the pieces that I had left over after I cut out these pieces out of the 12 by 12. Because when I cut these out of the 12 by 12, I made them 4 by 5 and a quarter. So that they're just slightly smaller than an A2 card, because this is an A2 card front. And in doing that, I had these little pieces left over. So I'm going to use these because I love doing the mishmash things. So I'm just going to get a piece. I'm probably just going to use a piece of this white. And I had a piece of white right there, but I didn't use it. And I'm just going to put some of these down on here. And I'm just going to put them, you know, line them up as best as I can. And just get some really pretty color on here. That's another one right there. So there's 3 pieces of it right there. And then a 4th piece. We'll put this one in the middle because it's got the little copper. So there's some little copper bits showing. And I do need to cut these down just a little bit because they're all just a little bit too wide. So I need to cut these down a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I'll go watch that when you end tonight. Okay, there you go, Tamara. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what I called it, but it's something along the lines of no Ollie's, no problem. The thumbnail says something like no Ollie's, no problem. And it goes through how to look through not American Crafts, officesupply.com to get some good buys on things because, like I said, it's just not user-friendly in the whole search department. So I'm going to make these, I'm going to put these on the 3 so that each one is 3 centimeters so that they're the same size and, you know, ish. I mean, we are talking about Chatty Crafty doing this, so I mean, they're going to be the same size-ish. But that's okay. And I'm going to make it out of this copper because I so love this copper pad. Oh my gosh, I love this copper pad. I do. I bought half a dozen of them. No, I'm not kidding. But I mean, at $1 a pad, how can you blame me? And I didn't buy all of them. I wanted to buy all of them. I really did. My husband said no. And that's okay. I mean, it really is okay. He is so supportive in all of this that, you know, telling me that I can't buy 14 of the same pad, I can kind of get behind. I'm okay with that. So yeah, but I love this copper pad. I love it so much. And the copper, the little copper bits on it are just so pretty. I mean, that is just stunningly gorgeous. I absolutely love it so much. All right, so there we go. I've got these cut off. So now I'm going to put these down in here and see if they fit better. So there's 1 and 2. I'll do that there. 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, those fit much better now. So that's a much better lineup. And I think I'm going to cut this one down a little bit so that I'm not cutting it down afterwards. So that I'm going to cut it down before. I don't know why this one is shorter than the rest of them, but for some reason this one's slightly shorter than the rest of them. I don't know why. Look at that. You can see it. It's slightly shorter. That's going to bother me. I should have another set of them in here. Is there another one that's the same size? Yeah, this one's the same size. All right, let me fix that. Let's see. Oh, I'll go watch it when I would do those on an angle. Oh, I like that idea. Let's see. I'll do that on an angle, but I got to get this one cut because this one's the same length as the other ones, and that one's just a little short. And I don't know why, but it is. So we're just going to cut that down at the 3 centimeters. And now they're all 3 centimeters. And now they're all the same length. All right. So at an angle. So, ooh, I can put more on here. As an angle. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, Elena, that was a good suggestion. Oh, I like this. This is nice looking. And I can put more of these on here. So I do that, and then I can put more of them on here. So I need to cut down some more of these to 3 centimeters because I have other papers. Okay, this is too cool. Thank you very much for the suggestion. See, and that's another thing that happens in my lives is that people make suggestions and I go with the suggestions that I'm given because it's fun to do an interactive card where I'm sitting here and I'm doing all these things and, you know, people pipe up with some wonderful suggestions on how they would do it differently and what they would change. And I think that is wonderful and amazing and I love it. I really do. I'm not one of those channels that's sitting there going, this is exactly how I'm going to do it and I'm just going to show you. No, I want your input. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you see and what you think would be interesting. I really, really do. And I've got these pages, these pieces as well. These are the parts that came off when I cut it down to 12 by 12 because like the pad has a hole in it like the glitter pads do. So I even have those that I can cut down and use. So that's really cool. Occasionally my brain has a decent idea. Now, there's no self-deprecation on my channel though. I be your authentic self, but please don't self-deprecate yourself because Elena, you have some amazingly wonderful ideas. You really, really do. And, you know, I'm going to support you and your ideas till the cows come home because you really do have some amazing ideas. Now, I wanted to cut this down. I don't want this to be full size yet. So I need to cut this down just a little bit on each side. So it's just a little bit smaller so that I have a border when I put it down on a card. Boink. And then, boink. There we go. Let's see, group chatting at its best is exactly right. That's exactly what this is. Put that over there because I'm going to use that when I make paper. So now I have these and I'm just going to start sticking these down and I'm going to use little bits of them so that they stick right there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the tape down on this first. Open that up. Yep, there we go. And then put some tape down on this so that I can do this. I'm just going to put tape runner all the way down all of this. So hopefully it stays down. Just like so. There we go. I love this. This is so cool. This is such a cool idea. All right, so I'm going to put that one right there. So we're going to start with the beautiful one right there up the top. And then we're going to put this one down there, just like so. And then we're going to put this one up there. So it's got that pattern going that way. And then I think I'm going to take one of these long pieces that's narrow and put it there. I'm just grabbing paper and putting it down. There's really no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I am just grabbing pretty paper and plopping it down on the card. And it's all coming, all of these papers have come from that copper pad that I have. 6 of, because I bought 6 of them when I was in the store, because they're just absolutely beautiful, because I love them so much. I really do. Let's see now. Let's see. I'll put this one up here. So that one goes there. What do we have? And you're welcome, Elena. You are absolutely welcome. Absolutely 100% welcome. Let's see. Where's the one that has the glitter on it? This one has the not glitter, the copper pieces on it. So I'm going to put that one over that way. Just down there. Oops, a little bit more. There we go. That way the little hole spot's not there. There we go. Put that down there. Oh, this is looking so cool. Look at this. Look how cool this card is looking. Oh my gosh. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is so neat. Oh, this was such a great idea, Elena. Thank you so much for this idea. Let's see. The other day I was making something and my cat decided to help and walk through the ink. Oh no. Oh no. Needless to say, of course, I meant for that paw print to be on that card. Absolutely. That's exactly what you wanted. Your cat knew. Your cat just knew. Your cat was going, no, this card needs a paw print. Here we go. Right there. Right there. That's where the paw print's going to go. That's so cute. Oh, there we go. So now I've got these, and I'm going to take, not that one, let's put this one down here so that it's down this way, just like so. And then one more sheet of this. Let's use this side of that. And then one more little piece right on the end right here. Can't be that one. We'll do that one right there, just like so. All right, so now I've got all of these pieces down. Now I need to flip this. Oh, that's not enough tape there. I need to get a little more tape on that. So let's pull this open and put a little bit more tape down here. Here we go. Just like so, and put that back down because it needs to be down there. There we go. And then turn this over. Like, this is a really fun card. This one is really cool looking, I do have to say. And then just use my scissors. I love these scissors. Eddie's back. It's Eddie. And just cut them down. Oh, I missed a little bit there. A little bit, not quite enough. So pull that down. There we go. And then, oops, that one fell off. Hold on. Which one was it? Was that one right there? That one needs to go back on there. Stick that back down. There we go. And then pull this back up very carefully and cut these pieces off. Just like so. Zoop. Just like that. And then cut these pieces off. And maybe. Trying to do this where you can see it, but it's kind of difficult to be able to see what I'm doing and you see what I'm doing at the same time. Oh, that one was terrible. That was a horrible cut. There we go. That's a much better cut. Nope, still pretty horrible. There we go. And let's see, I do like angles and odd shapes, etc. I actually went to an interesting class years ago about how mind's working, using things differently gets attention. Oh, that's cool. I bet that was a fun class too. That's really neat. There we go. Just like so. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. That is stunning. That needs to be on a good card base. What card base color should I put that on? Should that one go on black too? Would be stunning on black? Let's see. Let's try it on this black one. Because I have a brown one too. We might try it on the black one. That's the black one. And then this is the brown one. So we've got brown and black. Let's see if there's another good color in here. That's the brown. Is that the brown that I already have out? No. Yeah, that's the brown that I already have out. There's another brown in here. So that one, I don't like that one. That's more craft brown than anything else. I don't really like that one. And that's gray. I don't think gray would be good. All right, so black or brown? What are we thinking? I've got black or brown that I can put it on. Right there. So I've got these two right here. I've got a black card base or a brown card base. What do y'all think? Now I'm going to wait 30 seconds so y'all can see that. Well, while I'm doing that, I am going to put that there. Put that there. So brown. So I've got a vote for brown, 2 votes for brown, 3 votes for brown. All right, brown wins. Brown is the winner. It was a woman who studied the mind. It was about advertising, but applied it to many things. That's really cool. I like that. That is really super cool. Let's see. Oh, I have one vote for black. Sorry, Elena. I think you got outvoted by everybody else this time. So Erica got outvoted the first time, but then Elena got outvoted this time. Oh, and Erica Brown makes it look more rustic. Black makes it more contemporary. So you vote black. Okay. Let's see. So that's, oh dear, Erica, I think you're going to get outvoted again. 1, 2, 3, 4 for, oh no, 3 for black, 3 for brown and 2 for black. Actually both work. So we've got one who abstains. I'll get the black one back out so we can see it. All right, just to make sure that we get the right one. Not that there's a wrong way to do this. Really and truly not that there's a wrong way to do this, because there really is not a wrong way to make a card. You know, and that's one of the things that I learned early on in my card making. And that's one of the reasons that I love making cards so much, is because there's just really not a wrong way to make a card. It's really not. They're both nice. All right, so brown got the most votes, so we're going to put this one on brown. But y'all know I have so many pads of this, I can definitely make this card again over and over and over again. Oh, look, I was about to put it on the wrong way. Black has more contrast, but both are pretty. Ooh, half and half. Ooh. Oh, I like that idea, but I'm not sure how to do that. Where'd the black one go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. How would I do that? I really have no, so like this kind of thing, so that it's like over both of them, like so. Oh, you know, I know exactly how I can do that. Hold on. I got an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. La da da da. Pink. There we go. And I said I needed a piece of black paper for something earlier, so I'll use that for whatever it was that I said earlier, but I'm going to have to rewatch this in order to realize what it was that I said I wanted it for. And then put that there. That needs to be cut down just a little bit. It's a little bit too wide. Eddies are back. I think the black does more contrast and shows the copper bed. Cut a strip of black. There we go. That's what I'm doing right here. Thank you very much. Yep. Yay, yay, yay. Here we go. Just need to cut off a little bit of that because it was too big. Put the scissors away. I love those scissors. Oh my gosh, I love those scissors. If y'all haven't figured it out by now, I love those scissors. Oh, okay. Should I put the black strip down the center so that this is sitting on the center of it, so that you've got black on the center so you can see just a little bit of the black down the center? Or should I put it on the side so it's like half and half, so you get the half black, half brown look to it? What do y'all think? Center, gold glitter would look nice with that. Yes, gold glitter would look nice with that. I don't have glitter. Oh, but I do have this. Now, the question is, how would I use it? If I use this, how would I use this? Because I do have gold glitter. I have this gold, and I love this paper because the glitter does not come off. I just love that. Okay, so I'm getting bunches of votes for the side. So this will go on the side. Where'd my tape go? There it is. All right, so this will go on the side here. And I got to make sure that I'm getting it on the, yep, there we go. So I'm going to do it on this side. Just put some tape down, glue this down. All right, so here we go. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to get this lined up nice and purty. Get it on there just right. Just right. Nope, not quite. There we go. All right, so there we go. Just right. Seal that down. So there we go. And now put this down. Now, how am I going to use the gold? Because you're right. The gold, yeah, the gold does look good with this. I mean, it does contrast it nicely. You know what I could do? I could put the gold down as where the sentiment is going to go, so that there's a little bit of gold down there. What other colors do I have? No, I think the gold is the prettiest one, because I have this one as well, but I think there's too much pink in that. Yeah, there's too much pink in that. I wish I had copper glitter. Oh, can you imagine if I found a pad with this that had copper in it? Oh my gosh, I would be just, oh, I would be so happy. I really would. Do you clear enamel dots? I do. I found enamel dots. Let's see if I can find them again. I do. I have clear enamel dots. Look, I did. I found some enamel dots because of the last time that this came up and I couldn't find any enamel dots. Now, these obviously came from Dollar Tree, but I do have enamel dots this time. In fact, I have their pink. I got them. These are in honor of Amira. Those of you who know Amira, you know, she's asleep right now. She'll watch this later and she's going to look and go, pink. Can't y'all just see her writing pink right down in there? So there we go. So I got these enamel dots. Get rid of the icky sticky. I'll put this over here because I'm going to use that to make, I can use this for all sorts of things. I mean, this is pretty much a piece of cardstock that I can use for all sorts of things. But if I don't use it for anything in card making, I will put it with, the papers to make my paper out of. Side, do you have clear enamel knots? Clear. Yeah, these are clear up here. These up here are these ones up here. Well, they're not clear, they're silver. Do I have clear? No, I don't actually think I have clear. These are gold enamel dots that I have, and that's it. That's all that I brought back here for enamel dots. I found a whole bunch of enamel dots when I was, because there's craft supplies in the family room too. I know y'all are so surprised by that and shocked by that, but that's what I have. There are the ones that look like water droplets. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't have any of those back here. I honestly don't even know if I have any of the water droplet ones. Maybe I do. Hold on a second. I'm going to keep talking because I'm now turned my back to the thing. Nope, I can't get into the boxes. I think I have some in one of these boxes that are behind me, but there's no way I can get into those boxes without creating a craft avalanche over there. So, nope, that's not going to happen. So, am I doing anything with the gold dots or with the silver, light pink, dark pink dots or with the gold glitter? So, let's see. There are the ones that look, yeah, the ones, I think I have some. I think I got some from American Crafts when I did the American Crafts haul. Oh, what's in here? Nope, these aren't clear either, but these have, these are some of the ones that I got from the AmericanCrafts.com vault sale. So I do have these colors, the teal, the purple, that kind of a peachy color or watermelon color, and then this pink, and then that kind of a apple red color, orange, yellow, and green. Let's see, so gold. So what am I going to do with the gold? How am I going to use the gold? The only punch that I have right now that's available is this butterfly one. Let's see if I can find another punch somewhere. I mean, I know all of my punches are buried over there on that side. I have so many punches over there, but they're all completely buried over there. Butterfly is about out of juice. Battery is about out of juice. See you next time, guys. Okay, Kelly, thank you so much for watching. It was great to have you here. Yeah, I've been on for an hour and a half now. I try not to make my lives long, and I fail miserably every time. Every time I fail miserably on the whole I'm not going to make my lives long thing, because it just never happens. I always make my lives longer than I intended. Oh, here's a little one. So I can make little dots this size too. Although that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. The little thing right there makes it look a lot smaller than it actually is. That's a pretty big dot. I was thinking water droplet ones, both not gold as a background, ones both if not gold as a background for your sentiment. Oh, background as a sentiment is a good idea. Maybe a thin horizontal strip to mount. Okay, I like that idea. Okay, yeah, I like that idea. Thin horizontal strip to mount the sentiment on. So let me do that. Let me get they're back. All right, so let's get a thin strip to mount the sentiment on. So let's do that. Get the strip. There we go. We got the strip made. It's too wide, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to elevate this. I'm going to put some dimension on this because there really isn't much dimension on this card yet. So I'll put some dimension on this, and I'll put that there. Oh, that is really pretty. That was a good suggestion. Thank you very much. That was a very good suggestion. I do like that. All right, so... all right, put some dimension on that. So I'm going to get my 1mm foam tape, and cut off a piece of this. And I think when I finish this card, I'm going to be done. I think that, you know, an hour and a half, and y'all know from watching my other live streams what I do while I'm live streaming. So I'm going to have to go and take care of that. For those of you who don't already know, go back and watch one of my other live streams. I'm not going to say it again. I'm just really not. I'm just not going to go there in this live stream, although I think I did at the very beginning. So if you go back and watch the beginning of this, you might hear me say it too. I lost the picker. Oh no, that's my favorite picker too. I didn't put it back. Oh no, I'm so good about usually so good about putting it back, and I didn't put it back. Now I don't know where my favorite picker is. I'll have to go to my second favorite picker. I like these because they light up. That's really why I like them. That's just so cool. Not that I've ever actually needed them to light up. I just think it's cool that they do, so that's why I have them. Where's my little picker jar? There it is right there. And then pull this off. There we go. So that got those off. All right, put that picker back so I don't lose both of them. put this strip down here so that it's a nice little sentiment strip. And let's see if I can get that all lined up and nice. There we go, just like so. And then we'll put this down on here, just like that, and that'll be so pretty. I will say goodnight to everyone now because I'm never fast enough. Another great live, Chatty. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate everybody who was here for this. I appreciate everybody who participated. I appreciate everybody who was an emotional support background noise lurker. I mean, really and truly, I really and truly believe that everybody should be exactly who they need to be when they're watching my channel. And if just emotional support is why you're here, I'm totally fine with that. I really, really am. And I really appreciate everybody for being here and watching and for interacting and for whatever it is, whatever level of interaction that you did, and making these 3 really beautiful cards that I've lost 2 of again. Oh, there we go. There they are. So they're not complete cards. They're obviously not complete cards because they don't have sentiments and they don't have the insides done yet, because I'm going to put a piece of paper in there so that sentiments, so that things can be written on the inside. But there's the 3 beautiful cards that we made. We've got the butterfly card with the glitter. We've got this copper card with the gold glitter for where the sentiment is going to go. So there's going to be a piece of paper on top of that with the sentiment. And then we've got these beautiful little acetate with the butterflies on it. So we've made these 3 beautiful cards. They're not completely done, but they're, you know, done as much as they're going to get done during this. And I really appreciate everybody. And happy shared birthday. Yes, Elena, happy shared birthday. Happy late shared birthday. I'm so wonderful. And Erica, I'm so glad that you're going to be able to get some sleep after this. I'm so glad that it was relaxing for you. I really, really am. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody. Yes, you're great. You're wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. I'm so humbled by your support and by your just everything that you do. And I can't thank you enough. And I appreciate every one of you. And hugs and cheers and happy crafting. Let's see if I can do this right this time. No, I did it wrong again. Ah! I'm never going to be able to. I did it right a couple times. Hold on, I got to stand up because I got to get to the right little dot.